Hey, chat. Let me just test. Make sure everything's working. I gotta turn off world volume because there's some music playing in the background. Okay, I might have to turn down Spotify a teeny tiny bit on my end, so I can hear myself think. All right. And we are live. Officially.
Oh.
Check this out, chat. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna jump scare you if it works. Hoping it works. I'm so hoping it works. Gonna work.
But what are you talking about? You jump scare me every time when I look at you.
I jump scared chat. But yeah, I added some new stuff. Well, that's one thing I added anyway. They can blow me up. Anyway, how we doing? I see DFG in the chat. Today is my affiliate anniversary. I have officially been streaming. Let's see, I started streaming in 2022. So 4 years? 4 years? I think it's 4 years. But yeah. I think it'd be 4. Pretty sure. Since I at least got affiliate anyway. I got affiliate in January. No, sorry. February of 2022. That wouldn't make sense if I was doing my affiliate stream now. Technically, I got affiliate on a Wednesday, but we're gonna celebrate it today because I said so. Touch. One sec. I have one more saved up. Attack Mills with that. Mills is quiet.
Sorry. I was looking at something.
Wow.
There we go.
Oh, there you are. Thank you, Mills.
You're welcome. Welcome.
You know, when I started streaming, it's playing the same song over and over again. No one said anything. When I first started streaming back in 2022, I was just a really lonely college student trying to figure things out. And I wasn't sure if I would even continue it because I was like, you know, I don't know if anybody would be interested in like even hanging out with me on stream or even talking to me. And even if it was just me talking to myself, it made me feel a little bit less alone while I was in my apartment. And so I just wanted to say, like, personally, like, to those of you who've been watching me since the beginning of my stream, and I recognize you. I see your names pop up like every once in a while. I really appreciate you guys a lot. I was actually feeling quite tired the last couple of days, and I wasn't even sure if I was going to be able to get on, but I thought, I'm already on VRC today, and I'm already hanging out with friends and goofing around. So why not just stream? Because I'm on here anyway, and this is how I started. I started on VR chat, and I've been thinking, well, am I going to keep doing VR chat, right? Like, because this is like when people watch me, this is mostly what they watch me for. especially on my TikTok now, because like I've been posting my clips from my streams on my TikToks, and people know me for this. They know me for like my goofy shenanigans on this game. But I've been thinking, I've been getting some advice, right? And this is like a personal thought of mine I've had, and just some advice from other people that have been doing this for a while. And I think I want to try other things too, besides VRC eventually. I got some ideas brewing up in my brain of things I could do with my friends. Because I don't think I would have fun doing it by myself. I think I would have more fun doing it with the people that kind of helped me get to this point. So, so yeah. So like, yeah, I really, I mean, like, hell, like, I wouldn't even have been able to go to TwitchCon last year if it weren't for these guys either. Like, they really helped me get out of my shell and, take the leap and, actually go on that trip. It was like the trip of a lifetime too, which is like, you never really, when you're young, you think, oh, I'm going to travel. When you're an adult, it's really hard, right? You don't think about the small things when you're a kid. You don't think about like the cost, or like you don't think about, oh well, you actually have to schedule what you're gonna do while you're there. Yeah, you want to go somewhere, but like what are you gonna do? What days you're gonna do what? Like it's a lot. A lot goes into planning trips and traveling. And if it weren't for everybody else, I don't think the trip would have been as enjoyable if it was just me doing all the work and coordinating everything. Not that I didn't, do anything. I helped with food and made sure like that we had snacks in the places that we stayed. We went shopping, and yeah, I made sure that everybody was kept safe. I brought a first aid kit because I'm a weirdo like that. And I would bring like sandwiches to the places we would go just in case someone like, was feeling hungry but didn't want to pay the expensive prices at the places we were going. Stuff like that. It was because we had everybody working together that everything worked out. So that was a great experience. But I don't think I would have been able to do that if I wasn't doing this, right, on the side. This is a hobby after all. But I've met a lot of my friends through said hobby, which is great. And like the best thing, I also met Soups through my hobby too. And I'm very happy having him having him around and having Mills around and like all of our friends. Like it's without them, I don't think I would be still doing this, if that makes sense. um but yeah, it's been fun. And I want to try doing more things because, I could say over and over again, like I have all these ideas, right? But unless I act upon said ideas, nothing's gonna happen, right? So I'm not gonna say what those ideas are just in case, things don't happen. But I've got a few. I've got a few really fun ideas that I want to do with my friends. I've got a few things that I've recorded that I gotta edit and I'm gonna put up on my YouTube. Which I do have a YouTube. If you guys didn't know, right now I just post shorts on there. And I have my TikTok, obviously. And then of course I have my Discord. It's kind of dead though. My Discord's kind of dead at the moment. But I do plan to rework it. I have a few ideas of how to make things better. Um, a lot of my friends are like, "Oh, you should give your characters backstories." I'll be honest, because this is a hobby, I was never really considering even doing that because it's like, well, does it really matter if my character has a backstory? It's just me. But maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll on Twitter I'll post like Stu's backstory, this character, or my bunny's backstory. I've been doing a lot of modeling stuff lately. I've been really loving working in Unity, which is something that I used to be like, ugh, Unity. Damn, I have to get on there and do work. But I've been enjoying it lately. I've been really enjoying putting models together, with the help of my friends and the people around me. So it's been fun. Um, Let me move where my camera's at just a little bit closer. So far away. And then I'm gonna put down so you guys can see both of us. Okay. There we go. I'm gonna sit like a there you go. You've been kind of quiet, Mills. I didn't even just kind of listen in. But what do you think?
I'm listening, and also, what I think,
Hmm.
like the whole hobby thing, or like
Just in
what
general.
precisely?
Cause like you're involved in that in that whole like oh my god, you're so short. Um like when I was talking about like people who have really changed my perspective on like the whole streaming thing, right? You're one of the people that
Mm-hmm.
really helped me get out of my shell. Cause I don't know if you remember when we first met, I was very shy. Like I was
Yeah,
very introverted. I
you
don't
was
think I'm
very.
that way as much as I was.
Yeah, it's it's when you have like company around that helps you like get out of that comfort zone. It really does help, and it makes you feel more comfortable and get helps you get more confident. While there's people that help feel like, yeah, you should do it. Just it'd be fun. Also, I'm getting
I
bigger,
just
so
fixed my camera and now you're like, I'm gonna get bigger.
well,
Let me fix it
too bad. Gotta
again.
fix it
I'll
again.
fix it
Lol,
again. There you go, that's better.
lol.
But yeah, no, I've been really enjoying just like because like lately I haven't really been like streaming mostly because I get distracted by you guys. like meeting you guys really changed my whole like perspective on friendship. Because I had
Oh
friends,
yeah,
but like like we would rarely like talk outside of just being like, oh, let's go hang out. And even when we would hang out, it was like, oh, we're just hanging out. Like we weren't like
yeah.
I
Just
don't think I remember any solid conversations I had with my IRL friend group. Like, but I could remember a bunch of solid conversations I've had with you guys. You know,
oh yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, there's like I say there's kind of like two different friends group. There is basically kind of like, oh, you got like your like friends you got in high school, which which you see each other like every day at high school and hang out. But once you kind of get out in the real world, those high school friends kind of typically just fade to the background, like a lot of them. It's part of exception, part of like one or two, obviously. But the when you actually meet like your one true friend is outside of high school, because once you find that one friend that's like out there in the real world, they become like your like your ride or die, or or basically kind of like close enough you consider them as family.
oh yeah,
So
you guys are
and
kind of like that with me. Like you guys are I'm closer with you guys than I am with my family, sadly enough. You know, so I can't tell
yeah,
them everything.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of typical, but it's just one of those things. It's like it's like all about depend. Like you want to be more dependent, basically. I still say you're still closer to your family, but at the same time, it's more of a dependency, really, like not trying to lean on your family as much. And then when you make those friends, as kind of like it's also offers a little bit of a different thinking, because when you make that friend, it's they have a different outlook on life, or the similar, depend. It's just depends, but it's usually they have a different outlook on life that kind of helps you to kind of you know makes you think on a different angle, review it on a different angle, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, I could definitely say that we got like a bunch of the people on our group has like different outlooks, basically.
Yeah, no, I would say I agree. Like, no, I don't think not everybody in our group has like the same opinion on things, which is actually kind of great. It kind of keeps us like from getting into like any like what's it called? Specific niches or circles. Like we kind of keeps our group very well rounded. And I'd say
Hmm.
it keeps us out of trouble in a way, I guess. Cause we're kind of
Uh,
self-regulating within the group. We regulate each other, which,
oh yeah, especially with me at TwitchCon, like when we went to TwitchCon, there we went to that beach, that hangout on the beach. I was walking with Kat, and there was like a group of officers. I was like, "Hey, Kat, I think it'd be pretty funny if we, ask the cop first to like, like." Have me like out like getting arrested, like taking pictures to like, soups or them. And the cat was like, "No, no, don't do it. Don't do it." I was like, "It'd be funny."
yeah, yeah. Cat really kept us like, he was kind of the adult of the group in a way, like keeping us out of trouble. I mean, I guess I kind of did that too. I'm not the type to to do those types of things. You, Seuss, and Typhoon are like really you guys are more willing to get into trouble, I guess. So,
That's not
but
really trouble. It's just, all you have to do is go up to, have a conversation, and then it doesn't hurt to ask. So, hey, I know, if you're not too busy, which I know you are busy, but do you think you could hear me like, like do a pull a practical joke on my friends, like, like y'all like, act like you're arrested and my friend take a picture, which send it to the group, but if you don't want to, that's totally fine. But I think it'd be pretty funny to like, be like, what the fuck, and a lot of cops are pretty much chill, like especially if you genuinely have a question, or sometimes the cops are really chill just to talk. Like if they just like obviously on the patrol, but genuinely this is more, they're really chill if you just go up to them and talk to them. Just ask them questions about stuff. Because I mean, I done it while I seen a cop like parked. I pulled up and just talked to him and just ask him about questions, like other questions like law, or ask just having a conversation with them.
oh yeah. Do you think that's like I mean, I feel like it's kind of based off of where you live too, because like I have a different perspective of like place because of where I live, right? They're a little bit more
Hmm.
stricter and like no nonsense, like oh like kind of like the parent reprimanding the kid like, oh, stay out of the street, kind of thing. Like um, you know, I don't know. I think it's like
You
all based off of where you live or like perspective, right? Like I maybe.
Honestly, it just depends. It's more of depends on the person, really, because there are people that are like that strict, but there's other people are like very chill and laid back. That's on the force that they be like, "Oh, hey, what's up, dude?" Be like, "Hey, what's up?" They it depends on the person. Like I think it's just depending on. It also would depend on the area to like if your town has more like stuff going on, yeah, cops could be more vigilant and stuff like that. But main thing is pretty much, you know, like just pretty much learn how to talk to pretty much a cop that's like a like actually talking like their person, and not
Oh, that's true.
you know be like a total like a butthole about attitude toward them.
That's true. I mean, yeah,
Uh,
I actually agree with you there. I was just thinking like I guess for me it's like really hard because like I said I still kind of am parts of me are in my shell still. Like when I'm around you guys,
Mhm.
right? I'm like crazy and like I say crazy things and like I do crazy things when I'm around you guys. But when I'm like alone or like when I'm around people I don't know, I'm very reserved until they give me like a reason to like loosen up. Like if they're not like showing me that like okay, it's okay to be kooky and goofy and like, you know, I usually will be more reserved, especially because I base a lot of the things I do or say off of how other people react a lot of the
Mhm.
time. So like if I say something goofy and they don't react in like the best way, I'll usually pull back and be like, okay, maybe this isn't the right demographic, maybe this isn't the right group, right? So like I think that's how I just kind of function as a person. And so
Oh
when
yeah.
it comes to authority figures, I think I kind of struggle to separate them from that authority figure role. And like so that is right. You should look at them as if they're just a person at the end of the day too. But it is a struggle because there is also that badge involved, and that just comes from that's just how my parents raised me, like with like military and police. Like you show them the respect because that's just it's just how it works. That
Yeah.
they get respect because of their role, right? Same with teachers. Like you give teachers
Mhm.
respect because they're there to give you an education. Yeah, your teacher can be goofy with you, but like you have to give them a reason. Like if you're not trying in their class and you're like failing, they're not going to goof around with you. um
Mhm.
and so that's how, at least that's my philosophy as a teacher, like with kids, is like if you're like not putting in the effort to like try and be successful in my class and you're goofing around, I'm not going to goof around back with you, kind of thing. Um but yeah, so that's just
Yeah.
how I see it.
Uh, Yeah, that's totally understandable. Like I have one person that's on the police force that I graduated high school from, and there was like two separate instances. Like it's kind of like a serious and then not so serious. Like one time I got pulled over because my tag, the little sticker on my tag was out of date. I didn't
Oh
realize it.
yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah. And it was like over 2 years, but luckily he the one pulled me over. Like we have a serious conversation that he was telling me you need to get out. I told him right now I don't got the money, but when I get paid, I go do it. He's like, all right, well, I'm just gonna give you a warning, but make sure you take care of that. I was like, all right. And then there was other time we was at the red light. I was on the clock. He was on the clock. You know, since I work for the city. He pulled over. We was talking. I was like, "Hey, you want to race for pink slips?" While he was in a police cruiser, I was in a city truck. We was just joking around back and forth.
That's silly.
Yeah. So it's and so that's also the dependent, like also like any like person that's in a position of authority, but like sure, like when they're on the clock, they had to be professional, but once they're off the clock, they're just a regular person like me and you and or whoever's in chat. But it also depends on like their personality too. So
That's true.
it's just it's all about like when you engage a new person, you just try to go off and they're like like how they talk, and then try to talk to them a little bit more, see how they are like kind of like testing the waters basically. And once you're like, yeah, I don't know about this person, that's typically a good sign that just like we probably won't mesh well. It's basically that type of thing.
Okay. All right. No, I think what you're saying, you have a lot of valid points. 'Cause like my from where, because where I live, right? I like it's very like
Mm,
suburban city based. So like people are not
Mhm.
as friendly. Um they're like they like I don't know. There's a lot of pushback towards strangers,
Mhm.
right? Unless unless they are a Girl Scout, um, or uh, what's the other thing that we get a lot here? Unless they're like trying to like a food truck, right? A lot of people aren't that really
Mhm.
that nice that nice to like just somebody on the street, right? um and so it is nice to hear different perspectives because like I always grew up like I didn't I where I'm living now is not where I grew up. I grew up in like small town. Like you literally walk down the street and like that you see the same five people like everywhere. Like everybody knows everybody in the town where I grew up. And so like I guess the last like 7 to 8 years have kind of made me jaded
Mhm.
towards people because it's like no matter how nice you are to somebody, sometimes you'll get a good reaction, but sometimes they'll just be mean to you no matter how nice you are to them, which is something that like I have been struggling to understand. Because
Mhm.
I hang out with you guys, right? I hang out with Soups and you and Typhoon and Pushy, and you guys are all really lovely people. And no matter what I say or do, like you're so kind and open minded. Most of the time, sometimes
Mhm.
sometimes we kind of, you know, we're stuck in our ways, but that's okay. You can have your own opinion on things. It's like that's fine. It's part of being human. But
Mhm.
like it was hard because like when I first started hanging out with you guys, I thought, oh, I'm just gonna have the same kind of thing happen. I'm gonna say something and it's gonna be like, oh, they're gonna, be like the same kind of jaded feeling is going to happen where I'm going to get like a not so nice response or they're just not going to be like as receptive or whatnot. Like and like I did actually receive that in a few VR groups, right? Like I was it was very common in certain VR groups that they would see like this is your model or they would hear your voice and they would instantly be like, oh well, I don't want you around because you talk funny or you look funny or you act kind of
Yeah, you look
serious.
funny. Yeah, and also, you get like the other spectrum. That's like, oh, e-girl in a feminine voice. Oh, it's boonga oonga boonga time.
And
That's a whole
yeah, that
different.
happens a lot
You know.
too. You are right. You're correct that I do get those reactions. I still get those reactions even to this day. Like I have people coming up to me because I'm a woman on this game specifically and being like, "Oh, you're a girl, so that means like you're on here looking for a certain thing from a certain person." And it's like, "No, I'm just playing to hang out with people and talk and, talk and like just, chill." Like that's the only reason why I play this game is to chill with the people that I care about, like my friends and like their friends, and I like meeting new people. I didn't like meeting new people in the past. I was very bad at meeting new people in the past, to be honest with you. Like I would meet the wrong people or I would interact with the wrong people and I would get the wrong idea about a person and it would always end up biting me in the butt later, you know. And I'm sure you can
Mhm.
think of a few people that I'm thinking of that fall within that category. but but yeah. So
Yeah, it's a pretty big list right there, and that's because most of them are just weird. In general, like not like people in our group. I just talk about random people we just encounter that you know f- finding out it was just like, ew,
there
I
is
don't
like
know
that
about
you
that.
feeling.
But
Yeah, I get like I would say it's like it's you. It's not necessarily weird because there's weirdness, right? Because you can have a normal weirdness, right? Like I would say people sometimes will look at our friend group and be like, "Wow, those people are weird," because like our group likes to role play and we like to like goof around and like we like to
do bits and stuff,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, we like to make bits with people. Like there's people that probably find that stuff weird. But I think for me, because I'm able to like separate reality from virtual reality, I think um my view on weird is people who like turn virtual reality into their only reality, That's you for me. Like
Yeah,
I think that's so like you gross. Like like why can't you like separate the two? You can still be friends with these same people outside of VR. They are not like stuck in this game. You're not stuck here. And that's the thing that I think a lot of people forget when they're playing this game because they get like trapped in this weird bubble of like, well, you know, my VR friend is like, you know, she's allergic to like virtual cucumbers and like you can't walk through her because she has phantom. It's just like, dude, you are sitting in your bedroom on the floor, like, you know, you could just take the headset off. It's not that big of a deal. So that's why I kind of like
yeah,
the group that we have, even though we do have our little bit of weirdness from an outward perspective. We are not weird as in like, you know, we're not that type of weird. We're not you weird in my opinion. Because you can be
mhm,
weird, but you can be weird and also be you weird at the same time. And I think that's the problem with a lot of people that I interact with is they're within that you weird category. And I'm not talking about certain
mhm.
subgroups. Like I can go on and on and on about specific subgroups in this game. Like we were even talking about it earlier because we watched the new proximity chat video, right? And like we're sitting there
Oh
watching
yeah.
it, and like every single person that we're watching falls within like the same group. And I don't know if that's just
Mhm.
because like proximity gets the best reactions from that certain group, but it is true. You do see that, like even I've experienced it, and I'm sure you've experienced it with those people too. And so is Soups.
Oh yeah.
That's just how they
Uh,
react to the general public.
Oh yeah. And I would probably say that it's like when people end up, can't separate from reality to virtual reality. It's, you know, it's kind of like one of those things. It's when a person's life, they view it as like really shitty. And like when you like do stuff, it's kind of like your own little escape, kind of like decompress and stuff. Which they probably use VR chat as kind of like escape, but if you don't kind of like keep the mind that like in your head like this is just virtual stuff, you know and this is not the real world, but it helps, like try to get through. Like if you have a rough day, then yeah, get on, like do something that helps you. But if you keep on like want to escape from the reality that you're in, then eventually it's gonna become like your own delusional reality,
Yeah.
basically. Which I believe, like a lot of people that's on here, that ends up escaping that delusional reality, like entrapping that delusional reality in that respect. Because there was like one point where you know I almost got caught up in it, but luckily I take year-long breaks. And then it's kind of, then it helped me because like too much of this game, like experiencing like other people and friends, and when you're vulnerable to like stuff like shitty work day, or just a shitty week in general, then you have like a person that's on your friends list that's either they're really nice people try to really help you out, or they're on the other hand there could be a part that person could be also try to take advantage of you, put implant thoughts into your head. Not saying it's all the time, but but there are people like that out there. You just have to pretty much you know just be just have to realize like who is has your best interest and not, and which one that don't have your best interest. I
Yeah.
would probably say, and sadly enough, there are people out there just, if you hang out with them too many times, and and you just get caught up to. caught up. Be like, well, I mean, they're being nice to me and all that, and then you eventually, they're not bad, and then you be kind of like a blind side to the red flags. They give it off,
Yeah.
and then eventually they come to people like you see in proximity chat.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of the people that like get easily rage baited because they feel like they are being oh, one second, let me just gonna do something really quick because they feel like they are being like uh sorry negatively
I got turned
judged.
away.
Sorry. It's my bad.
This is a nice clouds, the trees, sparkly stuff, back there.
Guys, I wasn't trying to do a
Man,
thing weird. I had to grab something on my desk, okay? Don't make it weird. Um but I think
now it'd be, let me say this, it'd be bad if I just kept my face, directly, because some people would be like, oh, yes, anime titties.
oh
At
my
least,
god.
I'm one of those persons to turn away, be like, oh, nice clouds, nice sceneries, you know,
You mean you have
you got some
you have respect for others and self-respect? Yeah, it's yeah.
and self control. By the way, I think you got a plumbing issue. I mean, there's so much water in here. It's not bad for the flooring.
You're not wrong. Um yeah, I always like to think back to oh, where is it? Yeah. I always like to think back to 2020, right? Cuz like I was in the same
Mm.
boat as you back in 2020 where I had some very not great influences and sorry, I'm just reaching in your pocket. Um
Hey, that's my cookies.
I had not the best influences on VRC, and so I got into a lot of really concerning groups. And when I look back on it now, I'm like, oh God, oh dear God. Like, what was I doing? What was I saying? Why was I doing that stuff? And I didn't do anything bad, right? Like, at least everything that I did and said never like went into the illegal territory, right? But there are people
I don't
that were
know.
in those groups that did like they did things that were illegal and they did things that you know involved kids and they just didn't give a crap about it. And I started to realize like
Mm-hmm.
dude, like that's wrong what you're doing. And they would argue with me and give me pushback and I would just have to leave. Like I had to separate myself from all of that, and it was very scary at first because those were my only friends at the time. I didn't have very many
Yeah.
people I could turn to in VRC. And so when I
Mm.
finally decided to take that leap and like separate myself from those people, I felt good, but at the same time I was like okay, what now? And so that's kind of like when I became like the Lone Ranger. Well, I had ET, right? ET would come and hang out with me on my streams, right? And like
Mm.
that was a very much like the middle period of my streaming career where I was like I would hop on and stream and I would just sit and like stare at the camera. I wasn't doing this whole chatting thing. I didn't start doing that till later. But I would sit and stare at the camera. I would interact with the camera as best I could. Sometimes people from my past would hop in and I would feel awkward about it, but I would be nice to them, right? Like cuz even though I don't hang out with them in VRC for obvious reasons, I'm under the philosophy of being nice to people despite my personal feelings about who they are. Um and like
Mm.
I'm never going to go around spreading rumors about certain people unless I have like definitive evidence that they're doing this type of stuff, right? Just because something they do or say makes me uncomfortable, if I don't have evidence, I'm not going to go about like you know defaming them. um like for instance, like a lot of my friends back in the
Unless they
day.
done something that's kind of like worthy enough of
Oh yeah.
defaming, I will say.
Yeah, like
But
if they're being like a P3PO on this game, definitely.
Mhm.
Or if they are like, being how do I say this in a like a Twitch friendly term, but like if they're being like not kind to others in a severe form. I don't know if that makes sense what I'm trying to say. But like yeah.
Basically, being like one of those creepy Discord mods, be like, "Hello there, kitten. Daddy's been
That
waiting
was
on you."
ooh,
Yeah.
bleh, yucky. I've interacted with people like that though.
I,
They exist. It's not just like a fake thing that people say exists. They do exist, and they are creepy as fuck. I've interacted with
yeah.
them before.
Oh, kind of on topic to this, but a little bit off topic. But it happened to me whenever I was just hanging out, like in a one. I guess it was like a big like a kind of like a off Vena thing or something, which is like a lot of adult themed, like adults in there. But I was pretty much chilling, relaxing, talking to other people. There was like two girls. I was just casually talking. There was like one dude. I had like my IRL picture up just because I was like, I just want to see it get reacting. Then one person like, you look like a Discord mod.
Oh no.
I didn't say anything. I was like, okay, how does it make me a Discord? Well, you try to hit up on these chicks. I'm like, I'm just having a casual conversation. How's that hitting up these chicks? And he keeps on until one chick is like, why, you trying to be his Discord kitten or something? I start busting out laughing. He was like, no, that's weird. I was like, well, you keep on hounding his attention. I mean, I think you're kind of like want to be his Discord kitten. He got mad and left the world.
I mean, that's the only way you can deal with them though, is like by like, giving them what they give you, giving back. But like
Hmm.
I'd say in a less severe way. Like I'm like if someone's insulting me, I'm not gonna insult them back. I'm going to be like, well, you do catch more more bees with honey than you do with uh a can of raid, you know. I don't know, I don't think that's the saying, but like, we're gonna go with it. And
Yeah.
so like whenever I'm dealing with people that are like that they are like, they're insulting my appearance or insulting my voice, I usually go right to like, well, like, my mom taught me that, we don't judge on appearance. We judge on like people's actions, and your actions aren't very nice right now, sir. And like they don't know how to react to it because they're expecting you to like, you know, like to what's it called? Curse their entire bloodline for like when you say stuff like that. But I don't like give the same level, but I am like, oh, well, you know, uh, they, what they say about people who, comment on other people's appearance, they're compensating for something they don't have, you know, something like that.
Oh, that also reminds me of another thing. There, like, there was like these forwarders. They were like talking shit, like how I look, because they went on my YouTube and like found when I had a video, I use a webcam. They're like, oh, and one of them was like, yeah, this dude is like overweight, and I was like, all right, show me what you look like. And sure enough, is this dude be, should be on an episode like on my 600-pound life or something. I was like, dude, how you gonna say I'm fat, but you look over here look like you belong to like my 600-pound life? Like you're bigger than me, dude. At least I can walk around and do stuff. Unlike you sitting on this couch. Like, come on, man. You can't. If you go say stuff like that, you need to make sure you talk about someone else that doesn't come back toward you. Like, come on, dude.
That's true. Like, people who make nasty comments usually make it because, they're in a similar situation and they're trying to make themselves feel better. Or like, one thing that I've experienced a lot in this game is like there'll be a lot of people that'll be like negative and they'll be like, well, I am in a miserable mood, so I have to make sure everybody else around me is in a miserable mood. And it's like, well, why? Like,
That yeah, that's really shitty for them to do that.
yeah, yeah, it's
To
like,
be perfectly honest,
it is. It's like, it
it's
is shitty.
it's like I can't. You know what? My Discord didn't talk to me, so I'm gonna make it everyone's problem. Something like that. It's I was like, come on, man. If you have that bad of a mood, don't get online and cause other people like go outside, experience nature or something, like decompress or play your favorite game that helps you bring up your mood. I mean, come on. If you try to bring others down, you're just going to end up being in a group that, that's like, yeah, fuck everyone else. You're if you're not a good mood, or you just gotta end up being alone.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. It's like you're you're not doing yourself a favor by, looking at the world like that, or like by having that perspective. Like, yeah, like you might get that short term like dopamine hit because, if that's something that brings you dopamine, oh, it's going to be really term, but eventually you're going to run out of that dopamine supply, right? Like eventually you're going to be like, okay, well, this doesn't bring me joy anymore like it used to, and it's just going to become like you're just going to be a nasty person for no reason, like at that point. And
Mm-hmm.
so it's better to just like, if especially if, like, let's say VR chat brings you negative emotions, then don't get on VR chat. You're right, go and play a different game, play something that makes you happy, or you know don't even play games at all if they're making you miserable. Don't get on a game or a console. Go and watch a video on YouTube, or go outside and ride your bike, or go play basketball, or do something physical, because sometimes physical like activity can help too. And if it's a situation where like you physically can't like have physical activity, then you know go sit outside in the grass and read a book. I love doing that. I love
Mm-hmm.
sitting outside reading books because that brings me happiness, especially during mid spring, or like end of summer when the weather is like really, really nice. I like to do it that time of year, even though I have intense allergies, but that's neither here nor there. I'll just put up with the sneezing.
But yeah, I really like it whenever it gets to like that nice temperature. Like you could go outside either sweats or t-shirt or like a hoodie or shorts. It doesn't matter. Like it's feel more comfortable. I like those type of weathers.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does help. Like if you definitely like on this game, like it's your lifeline. It it just warps the mind.
They talked about brain rot a
Like,
lot over the last like 2 years, right? Like this new term that a
mhm,
lot of kids use, like, for like I think what brain rot really means is that it's like something nonsensical that, like, shouldn't really have any like direct meaning, but it holds a lot of meaning to them. And in a way, I feel like VR chat has kind of been overrun by that whole brain rot culture, especially in like certain communities. You see a lot of people that are
mhm,
like, for instance, I've seen this happen, unfortunately, in the even in the communities that are supposed to be for more adult situations. Adults don't act like adults, and that's the thing that's like concerning. Is it's like, well, okay, you want an adult instance for adults, but you're not acting like an adult, you're acting like an immature teenager. Because they talk
mhm,
about things that are like very inappropriate, and they make like, and then I'm not saying we haven't done that, like we've made the wayward like fart joke, or like the wayward penis joke, but they're getting like detailed with it, and they're going into detail, and at that point it's not even a joke anymore, it's just vulgar and inappropriate and gross. So like I've seen
Oh
this
yeah.
happen a lot in a lot of 18 plus communities where it's like they push it beyond it just being like something funny silly every once in a while to being all they talk about. And then you also have the
It's like
problem.
I it's like their identity. Like
Yeah.
if they don't make that joke, it's like, oh, oh no, my identity is going slipping. Oh, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, you're true. You're right. It's like like their whole life like is staked on like like I have to make a dick joke right here, and if I don't make a dick joke right here, like I will have failed as a
Insert
person.
dick joke.
Yeah, it's true, and it's like it's so silly to think that way because like I've had really awesome and funny conversations with you guys that don't involve sex and don't involve like anything vulgar. um I will say whenever something gets gross though, I usually tune out because that I do not enjoy those conversations. I think you guys had a really gross
Yeah.
conversation this morning that I tuned out of because I was just like I couldn't listen to you and Soups talk about it. I was like I've checked out. I I don't even remember what it was about. I remember I heard like you
I
guys.
don't either.
But yeah, no, it's like I personally I don't like those types of conversations, and I usually like will evacuate the area, and that's the only thing you really can do. Um, but it does make it unfortunate because it makes these communities like viewed in a really weird way by the outside public because you see those videos online about what people see in VR chat, and they see very emotionally unregulated adults hanging out with other very emotionally unregulated adults, or they see adults hanging out with children. And so the adults are acting like
Yes.
children, or they're like acting like adults around said children and putting really bad ideas in children's brains. And so that's one of the
They,
things that I
they,
really don't like about the environment that has been built on the online space, not necessarily VR chat itself, but like on the online space of VR chat.
I just usually tell people to just like, what, just commit arson. You know, just kidding. I don't. I really don't. That was a joke, ladies and gentlemen. I was making a joke.
Yeah, you
I just
don't do
what
that.
I really tell what I really tell is commits tax evasion.
Yeah, that's something you really should say right now, this time of year, Mills. That's a great idea. Don't do that.
Yep, do it. The government takes too much of your money. Commit tax evasion. Commit fraud. What are they going
These are
to do? Send the
jokes.
police?
These are jokes, by the
but,
way.
but
Hopefully.
also, I like to say, what. Also, I will clarify legally. I am joking.
Legally, I am making a funny, guys. I am making a funny.
Yeah. A legal disclaimer: I am making jokes. Don't commit tax evasion or arson.
Yeah, don't do that.
But if you do it, you can't make it follow me because I say legally. What I'm saying is a joke, so therefore you can. But if you do end up getting tax, committing tax evasion, tax fraud, make sure you send a little money toward my way.
Oh my
Treat Uncle Mills a
god.
little bit.
Oh my god.
Legally, I am
Listen to this
joking on that
guy.
one.
Listen to this guy. But
You know,
yeah, I
I
know.
I will, but I would say when I make jokes like that, I tend to be like the wild like usually the wild uncles, like, hey, if you do this, make sure you treat your uncle nice. Like, send him a couple of bucks a while. I gotta feed my bad habits of, you know, alcoholism and unhealthy amount of nicotine.
Uh-huh. Yeah, grandpa. No, 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 no.
Grandpa, I said uncle. Well, you know what? You do look like 100 years old.
Don't say
Yeah,
that.
it's caught on recording that Magic is using a crippled.
What?
I'm technically crippled. I don't have a VR. I'm a desktop. I can't move my arms and legs, so technically I am a crippled.
I was so confused. I was like, "What? I didn't do nothing." I mean, you
Uh
have arms and legs. You just choose not to use them.
no, I don't remember. My VR headset is not optional.
Oh, that's right. You did mention that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she abused the crippled. She abused
Hey,
me. I'm a
hey, hey,
crippled.
hey, 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 no, 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 I didn't. I did
She punched my
not.
face. You saw it, people. She punched my face. I
This
can't
is
fight
lies
back.
and slander. It's lies and slander. Nope, nope, I didn't do that. But no, it's I do agree. Like this game does weird things to your head, and it makes it really hard to like enjoy moments like this. When I'm like, and I've
Hmm.
talked to Soups about this extensively, where he's in like, I don't even want to play the game anymore because there's so many people in the game that are just insufferable and make it hard to enjoy, and like people hurt us all the time by doing things that like, you know, it's like you easily can like honesty is a problem for people on VR chat. I've noticed there's
Mm-hmm.
like a big problem where people have a hard time just be saying the truth, and I don't know if it's because they are wearing a model and like it's not their actual face, but I've noticed that a lot of people will lie to you blatantly, even if you know for a fact it's a lie. Like if like like if I am like sitting there, and I'm like that's a blatant lie. I'm not going to point it out because it's like, they know they're lying. I know they're lying, but it's like, it makes it hard for everybody to enjoy the game when you have a bunch of just chronic liars running around unfiltered. And so sometimes I will point it out and be like, hey, that's not true what you just said. But like, if I don't have like a solid argument as to why it's not true, they will just get all mean and they'll start insulting my family and be like, I curse your cow, even though I don't have a cow, Well, have a cow, quite literally.
You will have a cow in the future. I will curse that cow. I don't think I'm rich enough to own a cow. And also, I don't know where to put it. I mean, I could put it in my basement, but I don't think they will work out with my family as much.
Yeah, it's
They probably
true.
would eat it.
My family is full of people who love beef, so yeah, most likely it would become food. But yeah, no, sorry to vegans out
But
there, but no, I'm a meat eater. I love veggies, but I don't just eat vegetables. I have to have some type of like meaty substance to put in my mouth.
she needs that raw
Don't
beef.
don't take that the
What
wrong way.
beef?
I said that and then I realized don't take that the wrong way. Just don't.
I was talking about beef.
I know. I know. But yeah, no, oh fuck.
You done that to yourself.
I know
You
I
done that to
did.
yourself.
I know I did. I did it to myself, and I was in the minute it came out of my mouth, I was like, "Shit, it's gonna be taken the wrong way." um, but yeah, no, I'm.
I will justify Magic's actions. Like when me and Subs joke around with those conversations, sometimes we make a couple of adult jokes. So there's this Magic's instinct to kind of like on stream, but you know that, but it was like a natural reflex. So that I will justify Magic's reaction on that.
It
But
wasn't the
I was
reaction to
clearly,
you, Mel's. It wasn't what you said. It's what I said, and clearly you didn't hear what I said.
yeah. Well, no, I did hear what you said, but I was like, what? I was talking about like beef, like cavemen beef.
Yeah,
Mute.
I said I like to put something blank in my mouth before you said that.
Oh.
Like you didn't hear what I said clearly. And like when I said it, it came out of my mouth.
No,
I
I
was like,
thought.
shit, I did it again. Okay, I am not a degenerate. Okay, let's put that on the record. I am not a degenerate. I am very wholesome. I say things. I am I am actually like mid-tier degenerate, if anything else. Like I do say degenerate things, but I'm not doing degenerate things, if that makes sense. Like just because I say it
Yeah,
doesn't mean I do it,
the
kind
only
of thing.
for the what she was saying degeneracy is pretty much agreeing to me about we should kick fat kids. You
No?
know.
When did I say that? Why would you say that? Why would you say that?
That legally, I'm joking right now. Legally, I am joking right now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna condone bullying kids just because of their like, you know, physique. That's like it's like exactly the exact opposite of what I preach. No, that's kind of fucked up, dude. But no,
Hey, I'm just saying it helps to get moving. Okay, I'm joking. I'm joking.
it helps them
Don't
bounce
don't kick.
along. Sorry.
I never claim. I will say this on the record. I never claim I was a very uh good influence. I mean, I would say I'm better influence than some of these degenerates on the game. I would say that, but more professional. I don't think I'm a very good influence.
Okay,
I'd be.
let me just say this about you, Mills. Like, out of all of the people that I have met, and I'm not even like I'm just including like I'm just saying like prospectively, right? Like you're one of the only people that I have actually sat in with in on a conversation with somebody who's younger and have been like, "Man, you gave some really solid and good advice." Like here's the thing. Not to discredit Soups in any way, but he has a hard time like not turning a serious situation into like a jokey situation because we've had a few situations that have been a bit more serious, and when he's talking to kids he likes to make jokes to lighten it, but sometimes those jokes are a little bit out in poor taste, and I love the man, but I'm sitting there like
Mhm.
I just want to face palm whenever he does it because I'm like, bro, but like never have I heard you
I
like
would.
talking to somebody who's younger than you, and then in the middle of the conversation you make like a borderline like you know, like a borderline like, you know, joke about said situation, and it's like this kid is crying in front of you when you're joking about his mom dying. Not that Soups has done that, but I'm saying like, you know, it's kind of on the same level. So I'm just
Yeah.
saying I have a lot of respect for you in that area. Like I feel like you're a better influence than a lot of people on this game as far as like when it comes to
Yeah.
younger peoples.
Yeah. I mean, it's more of the you just gotta try to balance it out. Like trying to if they, it's kind of like especially if you're dealing with somebody that's like a lot younger, a lot emotional, they tend to focus on the negative stuff. And sometimes you have to say something that's like enough to kind of like snap their focus onto something else, which which that technique has been using like people that's like constantly where were what it's somebody that's like overly focused on something,
So like
and
when they keep
usually if
going
you
back
say
to
so,
said negative topic, right? Like they keep spiraling back into
yeah,
what they
or
were worrying about. Yeah.
and usually it's like you say something that's out of pocket, they just like, huh, what? And you just ends up grabbing their attention from that said negative thing. And so, but you had to pretty much make sure you don't like say something that keeps them there, because you also have to get enough background on that said person where you what you could say to avoid that, which I'm not the best because sometimes I end up saying something and then I like, oh, I just I didn't know that was the topic.
Well,
But
I mean,
sometimes
yeah.
but if you tried to do that, you gotta say something that's like really out there that's not related to that subject to order to grab their attention.
I mean, I will say you guys you guys know me. Like I'll be the first to admit that I'm like very emotional about a lot of things. I take things like from a an apathy perspective. Like I have a hard time, like there's a few things, right? Like Soups knows for a fact, like animals and babies, those two things make me cry. Like I don't know why, but I start crying about those things, but they also make me very, very happy. It just depends on the context, right? So like if they're doing something cute,
Oh yeah.
like it'll make me giggle and laugh. But if it's like like a sad situation involving said things, I will bawl. And so he's pretty good about like, knowing how to distract me when something makes me sad. And you guys also do that, right? Like when I'm in a bad mood and you can tell I'm in a bad mood, there have been times where I have entered the Discord call in the most foulest mood. And then after being in there for like maybe a good like 10 minutes, I've forgotten what I was upset about because you guys just are very good about like, you know, distracting away from the topic and not even talking about it. Like we move on from whatever was putting me in a bad mood or whatever was putting a person in the call in a bad mood. And it's like that's why I really, really, really enjoy your guys' company. I feel like there hasn't been a day. I mean, well, maybe with the general Discord, there have been a few days where I haven't hung out, but consistently I am hanging out in the Discord with you guys. I try to keep it our relationship quite consistent. Like I try to be available to hang out as much as possible. Even when I'm not
Mm,
working or when I'm not like doing things for school or when I'm not looking for new jobs because I'm in the process of applying. It's been hard. It's been very difficult. But I'm
yeah. It's just job feels kind of difficult right now. It's I'm just glad that I do have the job. I'm planning on try to stick with it till retirement, and then I'd be like, time to enjoy the retirement life. you
I
know,
want to be able to get to retirement one day, but at this point, like if I don't get into the actual like workforce, I won't be able to ever retire. Like that's a I'm not even in the workforce yet, like officially. Um, but yeah, working as a substitute teacher doesn't help much. Like I'll be working as a substitute
yeah,
teacher for the rest of my life at this point if I don't get things figured out, which is kind of scary. I think I will. It's you can't be stuck in one thing forever. Eventually, you got to get out of that thing, and eventually, I'm gonna be like, you know what? I'm just gonna go back to school and get more credentials because that's the only thing I can do at this point. Or maybe switch degrees. I have thought about it. Maybe going back into trying my hand at marketing again. Going back into my
hmm
like artsy side of things and trying to do marketing again. I don't necessarily have to go to school for marketing, but it would be nice to have that additional credential there just in case.
yeah. The only downside to that, which is more private for me, is just I kind of wish they don't charge you an arm and a leg or a kidney for that stuff. It's like ugh, after finding out like all the college stuff, I'm like, I just rather not go to college because I don't have the funds for that. Be working, but like work and then pay and then end up getting less than if I just go to more hands-on job, obviously. But that's just my input. Like if you go into to try to be something, I mean, I say go for it. You only live once on this earth. If you're truly passionate about it, I say go for it. But I ain't. Who am I to stop you? Who you try to be? You know.
Yeah. I mean, you've been doing a very well in like as your video editing side. I think well, I mean, you have an editor, so I guess it's a whole different. But like you with your videos, right?
Yeah.
Like you've been doing fairly okay in that area. Um, I feel like we're kind of in the same level, right? Maybe you might be doing a little bit better than I am because you have better editing than I do. But um, I'd say where you're doing with your hobby is pretty good too. Um, I'd like to build upon my
Yeah.
hobby. I would.
Oh yes. It sucks. So whenever I tell people like, "Oh, I have an editor," it's like, and I tell them how much they're like, "You're wasting your money," you know. Like, well, I mean, yeah, it's my buddy. You know, I spend it how I want to. You know, which my editor like used to, he was going to do it for free and all that, or very cheaply. I was like, man, you doing all this work? I really don't want you to want to pay you so little. But I think I found a happy middle ground where he still gets paid because he lives in the Philippines. So apparently, like whenever I pay my editors, I wish I had more money where I could actually give them a lot more. Which that's just me because I feel like they put so much work and take time out of their day to actually do that. But I they keep on telling me that, oh, that they like will say during the times you don't have videos and all that, you still send us money. That actually helped us a lot to put. He literally said, told me, it's like, you literally helped me put me through school, like college and school stuff. I was
Oh,
like, I appreciate it, but you're like a friend. You helped me out whenever I could, be wasn't able to pay you, so it's only fair, but he's like, whenever he's like, he encouraged me to try to keep going with it and not to stop. So I'm really glad I have him as a friend and an editor. Keep going, all that. While some people like, well, you're getting instant results. I was like, so as long as I put videos out there that brighten somebody's day up, you know, that's have a shitty day, they come across my video that brightens up their day. I think I'm at least doing something.
I agree with you. Like I've had people that have commented on my videos before and have been like, "Hey, that made me smile," and it makes me smile just to know that I made them smile. So I agree with you.
Hmm.
It gives you a really good feeling. Um, and that's why I really would like to do more things with you guys. I am all for the philosophy of doing like sometimes gaming should be a group project. There's people who have argued
Hmm.
with me on that. They're like, well, you have solo games, and sometimes solo games are more fun. And I'm like, no offense, I have never really had much fun playing solo one player games. I've only ever finished like a few, and that's if the story
Hmm.
kind of like locks me in and gets me interested. But I don't have the attention span to play a game by myself for long periods of time, you know? Like that's
Yeah.
why I like social games.
Hmm. And I would definitely say, I'm pretty sure people enjoy videos that when the person is playing with other friends, because it's actually, I feel like it's more genuine type of, you seeing them laugh or say something funny or doing something funny on the game. I have found that more enjoyment, but there are some videos that they, so when a person solos, they end up like playing a horror game, they end up saying like pretty wild things like, oh no, this is coming from my bung, ah! Yes, I'm calling you out, Markiplier.
PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye. Those are the guys I grew
Yeah,
up with. Those three, the big three. I loved
same.
watching them. They're a big inspiration for me growing up. Um, I will say Pewds like really expired a lot of my early humor. I watched a lot of his videos, so like my humor kind of stemmed from him for a while. Um, a lot of cuss words.
uh, Markiplier was pretty much my go-to, like when I was younger in high school. Whenever on YouTube, will watch like his latest videos, and especially like, oh, well, excuse me, madam, and stuff like that. And it would do skits that was pretty funny. And if I ever get to that point, I like to try to do that same skits, like do like similar to Markiplier, because honestly, I enjoy his content a lot better and how he treats his fans too. Because I saw a clip wherever he was playing, I think World Z or something. It's something similar to like World Z, where there's like horde of zombies like rushing you. And I was got in the lobby to one of his fans, and he was just like, just like, "Oh, I'm not Markiplier. I'm just a fan of his." And then before he left, he was like, "Actually, I am." Have that impact of like, person that's, like when he there was like a one like that one fan was like, "Yeah, I stopped watching him," but then he said something that's very kind. It kind of brought like tears to his eyes. Like you know, I just like to be able to have that community or something like that. You know, if they, if they actually genuinely like brightens their day, if they watch it, that's all I care about. As long as the video brightens their day.
Well, that's good. I feel like we were inspired by some pretty good people out there. Like, um, there's a lot of like, there's a lot of bad influences in my opinion, but like those guys, I'd say, I don't see any reason to say that what they did. I mean, yeah, they were goofy when they were young, but like, I'd say they were pretty good influences to
Hmm.
have. Um, especially growing up in the world we were growing up in at the time, it was like entertainment was like the center of everybody's like life back then. Like in the teens, like the from between like 2010 to 2019, like that was like entertainment was like the key. It's like the like everything. You saw memes, you saw like you had Vine that became really big at the time. So like
Hmm.
those kind of like built the type of people that we are nowadays, which is it's really interesting to see the the difference between certain groups of people, right? Like you can see the groups of people that kind of play too much into it and the groups of people that use it as like a good building block for what they do now. um and I've met some really good human beings that have those people as their influences. Not saying there aren't some really nasty people out there, but majority of the people I've met are pretty good.
Hmm.
So you're doing good. I'd say
Well,
I actually enjoy watching your videos. I will say there's a lot the one thing for me, I there's a lot of brain rot. There's a lot of brain rot. And there's nothing wrong with that. It gets like people's attention, especially if you're trying to get like specific individuals attention on your videos. But like
well,
yeah.
it, well, it's just my editor. Like, it's like my main editor kind of like step back and focus on like like short. Like he has a team. He used to do longer videos, but the other one he's kind of like let him do the longer videos. While he's gonna switch to do like the shorts and stuff, he will add stuff. I was just like, that's pretty funny, yeah. Because I have a hard time trying to think of something like, because me intentionally, like I would say, I don't find myself quite funny.
Oh, what are you
That
talking about,
is just
Mills?
a
You are
me thing.
hilarious. What are you talking about?
Well, I don't view myself funny, but I get like other people, like a coworker of mine, like he will like wherever he told me that he found me pretty funny. I was like, I don't see how. It's like you just say some of the funny stuff. I was like, oh, okay, but I don't know. It's just me personally. I kind of don't view myself as funny, but I was like, well, that's just my own opinion. But other people's opinions are, you know, might be different. And so far, I got like other people say I was funny. I was like, well, I'm just being mean, you know. Sometimes I just like to look at a wall and just be like, paint, you know, something random. I don't know. But like, I would say one goal I would like to probably get to uh, whenever I'm able to, you know, do, which is to do something for my nephew.
Oh yeah.
Which it kind of gets, yeah, because it kind of gets, this is like a little bit more personal, but I will send you this website. But the, though, to, to kind of like tell you that my nephew is suffering from, let's see, let me make sure I get CCHS.
What's CCHS? What's that?
Let me pull it up right quick on my phone, but let me see this link. Uh, dang, post that. Let me see. We'll say. All right. My reading skills ain't the best, but it's
So
congenital.
congenital central hypoventilation syndrome.
Yes, and what it is when, especially with, you know, infants, is that their brain is not sending a proper signal to them while they're sleeping to order them to breathe. And which right now, you know, right now my little nephew is like seeing pictures of him or getting new pictures. Like through despite going through that, he's the most happiest baby. Like you don't hurt you will not hardly see him like crying or anything. He has that most happiest smile ever. And,
Oh,
you know,
is that him? The picture that you sent me? Is that him?
mm-hmm,
Oh, he's
mm-hmm.
such a little. Oh, he's such a little ham. That's so cute.
And here's a recent picture too. Let me see if I can send it right quick. Da-da-da-da.
Oh, he's so
I'm telling you,
cute.
yeah. And which, like, it was a really fall at one point that I was like genuinely worried because we didn't know, like, my brother and his wife didn't know he had that, and how they found out wasn't really the best because one I will tell you the story, but it's I know it's gonna bring your mood down, but it, you know, seeing how he is fine, you know, I was just lucky that you know he's still here. And
Yeah.
what happened was when my brother's wife went to, you know, put him down, like, you know, on the bed, like in his cradle. His skin color changed to purple and was technically dead because of the of what he got, because you know he wasn't able to breathe. And luckily she brought it to my brother, which my brother is like a firefighter slash paramedic. And she was in the medical field too, but during that time, you know, that whole like, oh my god, you know,
It's the
it
trauma response. Like, you know, you're in a
mm-hmm,
you're in a stressful situation involving somebody that you care about. Yeah.
yeah. I was glad enough to see it during that crucial time. She brought the baby to my brother, and he was like out in the yard, and he immediately leaped into action and gave it CPR. And once the baby would start breathing, they immediately went to Lebanon and brought it more stabilized condition. During that time, the baby was technically dead.
Oh.
So that was a really scary moment for them. And I'm just glad that he's still alive and seeing all the wonderful pictures, them in the group trap and the videos.
Yeah, he's a
Here,
little
I seen you.
ham. I'm glad he's
He when
okay.
he gets over. Oh, yeah. But luckily that it's still gonna affect his life,
Yeah.
you know. But you he but once he gets older, he be able to manage it pretty well. But he definitely needs to have like a breathing machine though. But once he gets older, be able to manage it, you know, he'd be able to go through life like a regular person.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I'm glad he's still
But
here and he's got
as
a really awesome uncle who, you know, clearly cares about him and loves him.
oh yeah, let's say my side of the family, we was on point, like, you know how like churches usually he goes to church, but you know how churches usually like help the like family out and stuff like that. And we beat the
Thank
church
you,
to the punch on
Telsize,
everything
for
that he needed.
the follow. I appreciate it. We're just talking
Like
about you know,
as soon
life
as
right
that
now.
happened, my mom was definitely like, we're going," and brought all the stuff and all that. And it, the pastor of the church was like, dang, you know, your family beat us to the punch on, like, they would ask us, like, do you need, like, money or food or diapers or so, you know, what they need. They like, no, he's like, no, my family took care of that. And he's like, oh, well, dang.
Well, that's good. That's good. You guys have it sounds like you got like a very good community system where you live, right? Like you got like a really good like group of people that look out for each other, which is like really important, especially when you
Mm,
have a baby who's sick, you know, because it takes a
yeah.
village. It really does take a village to raise a kid and not just you know, a couple people.
Oh, yeah. Well, well, it's just mostly my family just like beat people to the punch, like on certain things, because we covered it across the board. Dude, like it was like it was like, oh wow. I was try to see what I could help, and my brother was telling me, no, we got it, everything's covered. I was like, oh okay. But even though West Side family was trying to help, but it's just most of my side of the family like beat everyone to the punch. Oh, it was oh lord, but yeah, I'm he's gonna be a ladies' man when he grows up. I'm going ahead and say that
You know, you're not lying there. He's such a little he's still a little cutie patootie. He's like a little potato. I just want to squeeze his cheeks.
mm-hmm,
He's so cute. Like I said earlier, I am like I like anything having to do with babies. Like when you mentioned the whole the illness thing, I did get kind of like a little sad because like stuff like that. It is like a thing for me where I get like teary eyed when talking about like for instance sick animals or sick babies. But I'm glad there is like
mm-hmm,
a somewhat of a happy ending there. That they got the help and that they are still with us, and while they still have this struggle that they are gonna have to go through, like they've got a good support system to get them through it, so that's good.
mm-hmm. And you'd be surprised that there are other kids that suffering from that, and it and maybe one day I'll if I ever get like the community going and stuff like that, I like to try to do like the fundraisers for that program, that helps other kids that's suffering from that.
That wouldn't be a bad idea eventually. Like, I've been
Mm-hmm.
thinking about, like, once I grow my community big enough, like, right now I'm still kind of stuck, like, at the number I'm at, which, numbers for me, they're like kind of irrelevant, but like it would be like for me, it would be nice to get big enough to where I could do like, that kind of stuff where I could like do donations and like we could do like a subathon kind of thing or donate, like if you donate then I'll do something silly in VR chat or something. Like I wish I had a bigger community to do that kind of stuff with. Um but right now where I'm at, I'm just kind of like, I'm just kind of in the hopeful thinking stage of things, right? So like that would be great for I'm sure for both of us. Um and it is good to know that I know somebody personally that if I ever did get to that stage, it would be good to help out, because I would do it in
Mm-hmm.
a heartbeat. I really would. That's why when Wolf did his thing last year, I didn't hesitate to help because it involved animals and I was like, "Oh hell yeah." I was like, "Oh hell yeah, I'm going to help." Um but yeah, what a sweet little
Also, the
kiddo.
kind of he is a like lately, I'd be if I have like a not so great at work, I just look at his pictures and it just brings me joy to see him like all smiling and all that. Also,
No,
here's
yeah.
his buddy.
His buddy. Oh my
Yep.
god. Look at those two. They both have
Which
it?
his buddy is also. Mm-hmm. It's a rare genetic disorder.
That's crazy that two babies got it though. In such close
Oh,
vicinity.
there's oh, it's not just two babies. There's how there's like rare genetics disorders. There's one person haven't doesn't mean that one person have it. There's other
Well, yeah.
people that have it.
I just think
So and
it's so interesting that like they live so close together. Like that they have like
they I don't think they don't live that close, but they live close enough to where they be able to, get like go to Le Bonheur, and they found out that there was about other families that have their sweet child to go through that, and so they, you know, actively try to support, you know, other families that's going through the same thing with that. And sometimes not sometimes, it does help that at least, you know, when he grows up, he has somebody that also has a similar thing, you know, that he could relate to,
That's
that's
true.
close proximity of their age.
That's true. It's good for kids to have that kind of thing because, like, I work in a school, right? So I see a whole
Hmm.
plethora of different kids every day. Um, like, and we have a couple students in the building that have like eye disorders. And they've even
Hmm.
confided in me and been like, oh, well, it's a struggle because I can't relate to other kids or I can't do the same thing that other kids can do. Um, and then I have to remind them, well, while we're not at the same level as as other kids, there are other kids like you out there. You're not the only one who
Hmm.
is like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. You're just, you just got some differences that, define you as you. And that's really hard for kids to understand. And especially it's hard to talk about it in a way that's not like that doesn't like have an adverse effect of like being like, well, that means I'm different, right? Well, you're not different. It's not necessarily a negative thing to be different. Sometimes being different is good. Like, I've always thought like, I personally struggle with ADHD, right? And I've always struggled with, mine is the inattentive form, which it's hard for me to pay attention or to focus on conversation. Or it might be hard for me to talk about things that I'm not necessarily like 100% like interested in. Um, and I've had this discussion with basic before where basic's been talking about something and I'll tune out and then I have to explain to him, well, the reason I tuned out of our conversation is because my brain just kind of wasn't interested in what we were talking about. Like for this
Yeah.
conversation, we're talking about kids. So like instantly my brain is like locked in and is like interested in the conversation because I'm an educator and I like learning new ways to discuss certain topics with my students. And like illness and like for instance, mental illness is really hard to explain to a young student because um while there's many kids that suffer with certain mental illnesses, a lot of them are rare, so you rarely come across them. But when you do, you have to explain like, hey, that doesn't mean that student that is struggling with autism or like a severe form of autism, for instance, doesn't make them any less of of a student or give them any less of an ability to learn than you do. So we got to show kindness to those students. And it's good to see that, like, there's good people out there, taking care of these students, even though, like, I'm sure your nephew in the future will, you know, have to explain to his peers, like, why he maybe he has to go about sleepovers in a different way, right? Or, maybe, maybe he has to go to a lot of doctor appointments. I'm sure like he'll have to explain to his friends and he'll have to find the right people to hang out with that will understand what he's going through. Um and so as a teacher, as a teacher, it's like it for me it's good to find new ways to explain to my students how to go about interacting with students like that in a way that shows kindness. Also, cornbread's in chat.
Mhm.
Hello, corn.
Oh, hey, cornbread. How's it going? We just conversating like two responsible adults. Well, technically one responsible adult and one dirt. I just try to be funny. Don't look at me like that. Jeez, jeez, stop looking at me like that.
Oh, yeah, we're celebrating my affiliate stream, and I thought by, like having like a podcast style discussion on different topics, I thought that's how I would personally want to celebrate it. Because I've been really enjoying doing that style of streaming, but I didn't really want to stream by myself. So I kind of roped Mills into doing it with me.
Help me. I'm being held hostage.
No, you're not. You have more than the ability to move. I didn't chain your leg down. Definitely not.
That's why the camera's not like pointing at the feet, you know.
No. No, he's good. He's
Like
a
you
good
don't
chap.
you and that there's like the old style prison ball chain, you know. That's on one of my ankles, so it makes it hard for me to get away.
No,
Clinking, clanking, clinking, clankety. See, you hear it.
you hear it definitely. I don't hear anything. I don't hear Tekken, but I don't hear anything.
Clinkety, clanking, clinkety, clanking, clinkety, clanking.
But yeah, no, it's we've just been talking about like different things. Like for instance, we were talking about VR chat, for instance, and like how this game has kind of been my start. Um, Also, I've been kind of bothered by my tracking today. It's not working the way I want it to. Um, but yeah, I've been kind of I started the conversation by talking about how like my friend group in particular has kind of broken me out of my shell. And how people like Mills, for instance, have really like, turned me into a more social person, willing to socialize and build better friendships. Because like I had friends, but like I feel like back then, back in my very beginning of streaming, and even before that, when I was playing VR chat, I felt like my friend groups were like very uh uh surface level, if you get what
Mm-hmm.
I mean. Like they are very just like, we're kind of just here because um you're also a streamer and I'm a streamer, and because we're both streamers, we gotta stick together kind of deal. But like if you do anything, I'm gonna fuck you over. Never mind. No. Actually, it never really happened to me. I never had that happen, but I have witnessed it happen with other streamers where they've gotten negatively impacted by that type of relationship. So I was talking about how
Oh
like
yeah.
I was able to get out of said toxic relationships, and I found what I have now, which is a really awesome friend group. My Congus and Goyers.
We're just goring and enjoying.
Yeah, we're just enjoying and enjoying. That's definitely it. Hiya, bye. Welcome. We're just talking about friend groups in VR chat.
and overtaking the government.
Why do you always make jokes like that? I have no intention of doing a tyrannical takeover.
Yeah, what are you talking about? You're the spear of the operation.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Legally, I'm joking, guys. Legally, I'm joking.
The only type of takeover I would have is a takeover of the nearest uh the nearest cupcake stand, because I for some reason I'm really craving a cupcake right now. I don't know why. I just really
You're
want a
basically
cupcake.
like you're basically being a SpongeBob. Like, I don't need it. I don't need it.
I don't. I've been
Then
very good.
I need it.
I've been very good. I've been eating healthy, and I've been eating my veggies and drinking my water, and I haven't been doing anything like eating too much sugar. I don't know why I started talking like that.
So, it kind of reminds me of that old clip that you have on your Twitch channel. Y'all should definitely look it up.
I don't want to talk about
Yeah.
that. No, 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 no. Oh.
Yeah, yeah, you just had to like scroll through the clips. Like there's a lot. But there's one particular clip that, that brings me joy to hear because we made it sound in the Kungus and Warriors Discord. You know, it's a pretty wonderful soundboard.
You guys don't want to hear it. It's fine. You don't want to hear it.
What?
It's cringe.
I think they would love to hear it.
It's cringy. It's like insane. It's like it screams like early streamer like staring at the camera and just making random noises to get a reaction. Like I haven't done
What?
that in years.
No, she's overreacting. It was truly a beautiful clip and a beautiful soundboard.
I don't know what you're talking about. Cupcakes are good food. That's why I'm trying to avoid them because they're too good. I should
mean,
grab
you
my
can
water
make
bottle. I
healthy
know it's to dehydrate, but I'm fucking thirsty.
Well, you can. There are other ways to make healthy cupcakes too.
Oh yeah, I like carrot cake cupcakes. Those are good.
Ugh.
What do you mean? Have you ever tried carrot cake before?
Yes, it's disgusting.
No, it's not.
Like who like? Yes, it is. Carrot cake is not a. It's a abomination. The reason why you like carrot cake because you're a bunny.
That has nothing to do
That's
with
just.
it. That has nothing to do with it. I like
Yes, it
carrot cake
does.
because carrots
You
are good.
because you're a rabbit.
I'm not actually a rabbit. It's just a character.
Oh well, I don't know. Yeah, I think your animal persona is a rabbit, so that's why you like carrots.
I just like carrot cake. Carrot cake tastes good, especially with like cream cheese frosting.
Ugh.
It's not weird.
All the
Like I also like zucchini bread. Zucchini bread tastes good too.
zucchini? What in the
Yeah,
world
you
is a
never tried
zucchini?
zucchini? You never tried a zucchini before?
Probably. Probably. I don't know. Let me
Look it up.
zucchini bread. Oh, it's kind of like a angel cake. Way it looks like.
Yeah. It's like banana bread but with zucchini instead of banana.
Hmm.
I also like zucchini and squash patties. It's like a vegetable hamburger.
I mean, that's when they turn it into a cake.
Yeah. You can put cream cheese frosting on it. Which cream cheese frosting, I'll forever hold the opinion, is the best kind of frosting. Mmm, yummy.
Never had the zucchini bread, so I can't really say much. But carrot cake, ugh.
What's wrong with carrot cake? It's sweet. It's like moist. Especially if
You
it's
know,
a
a lot of people wouldn't like the word moist with it.
I used to hold that same opinion, but like moist bread tastes pretty good. Now wet bread is another thing. Blech. I wouldn't eat soggy bread. Soggy bread is the worst. Banana bread is pretty good though. I'd say banana bread is like number 1 on my list of breads that I like.
See, that's more understandable, which I'm not a big fan, but I will eat it. Like, but if it was between carrot cake or banana cake, I would eat a banana cake over a carrot cake.
A banana cake? A banana cake?
Yeah.
Can you turn banana bread into banana cake? Like, I've never had a banana
I
cake
mean,
before. Or maybe I'm just thinking of
I
it
mean, it's.
differently. Because I think bread and cake are different. Like cake is more cakey, if you get what I mean. Like it's got like a cakey texture.
I mean, yeah, but still, it's like a flavor of bread or cake. Originally, we was talking about cupcakes or cake.
Yeah, cupcakes. I do like carrot cake cupcakes. Yummy.
Ugh.
You gotta just try it. I guarantee you, if you try it,
I
you will like it.
I have tried carrot cake before, and I did not like it.
I've been shocked hearing that because I feel like you can't I feel like carrot cake is one of those things that you can't hate. It tastes really good, but I don't know.
What do you mean you can't hate? It's like
What do you not
it's
like
like the
about it?
same level as
What would you not like
it
about it?
doesn't taste good. It doesn't taste good to me. I view it as carrot cake is like high school's mystery meatloaf.
No, it's not. Mystery
Yes, it
meatloaf
is.
is like bleh. It's not bleh. Carrot cake is good. It's sweet. It's how do I describe it? It's like not dry for one. It's like it's got like a melt in your mouth kind of taste. That's why I like it. And with like the cream on top, it tastes even better. Maybe you just should try a good one.
Look, look, look. I tried many different carrot cakes, store bought or somebody that made a carrot cake. Did not like it.
Okay. You don't like yams.
It's
Who this is a genuine question. Who likes yams? Do you like yams, Mills?
no, I really don't like yams.
I've tried it one time and I wasn't really a fan. So I guess we can agree on that one. Yams, not a big fan. I
No,
like potatoes though.
oh yeah. At first, like sweet potatoes, I really didn't like it because I was used to eating the regular potatoes. But whatever I was doing, like losing weight, I kind of like forced myself to eat sweet potatoes, and then it kind of growed on me, especially if you sprinkle a little cinnamon, not cinnamon sugar, the actual cinnamon,
Mo-
since the sweet potatoes are already
yeah,
sweet.
yeah. People do that with yams too. Like they like to put brown Yobai was talking about how like they like to put brown sugar on it and they like to put honey and butter and they like to like uh like like yeah. Like stuff like that. I like to put brown sugar on my sweet potatoes personally. I like to put brown sugar and and Miracle Whip. No, not Miracle
Yeah.
Whip. I know the whipped stuff. The you know the stuff you put on like pie. That's the stuff I like. That's what I like to put on my sweet potatoes.
Oh, okay, okay.
Sweet
Now
potato
another thing I'm
fries.
with.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, that sounds pretty good. Now another thing I don't like, it's a combination that some people will put on pizza.
Wait, okay. What are we like pineapples kind of thing? Like,
Yes, pineapples do not belong on pizza.
I mean, I don't hate pineapples. It wouldn't be my first choice of a pizza, but I don't hate them. I mean, my favorite thing, I have no room to judge anyway. My favorite thing on pizza is like mushrooms and Italian sausage. Like that's my pizza.
Well, that's like a normal topping for pizza, but some people are like, yeah, I like the pineapple on pizza. It's like the best. And like, if my if my ancestor on the Italian side that's like my Italian ancestor would hear that, they will be like, "Mamma mia!"
I don't know if they'd say "Mamma Mia" like Mario, but
No, like be angrily and be doing the Italian hand gesture,
ooh.
and just continue to be like roasting them and shaking their head.
Yeah, um that's like my family with their German food. Yeah, they would they don't we used to have an authentic my family used to own my mother's side an authentic German restaurant, and they would always be like,
Mhm.
ours is the best German restaurant because we have authentic German food. Don't go to the fake place down the road because they'll just serve you fake German food. So yeah, I
Oh
get
Lord.
that. I get that. But the pineapple on pizza
Now
thing, I don't
what?
know. I feel like it's over. I think it's over. Like it's overhyped, but also like overhated. Like it's on both ends. Like people
No, it's not
love to
overhated
hate it,
enough.
but they love to hype it up. It's not hated enough, he says.
No, I don't think pineapple pizza don't get enough hate. Yeah. Like, you ask any Italian person that's truly into like making pizza, they be saying it's a blasphemy that you mention pineapple pizza.
Blasphemy. Like I said, I would never eat it
Yeah.
myself. I don't know. I don't get the overhate. I don't get all the hate it gets because it's not the worst tasting pizza. It's made right. I have eaten it before. But then again, I am the type that's like, I hate sardines on anything. But I know
Okay,
people that like
sardines is
sardines on
kind
their
of
pizza.
that's kind of understandable. Like, especially one time, I was in an instance where people were talking about tuna, and then they asked me. One person asked me if I like tuna. I was like, "No, I don't like tuna." That whole instant went quiet, and everyone turned to look at me like I just said something that was like unholy. And luckily, what the friend at the time, he's a Swedish cook, like a chef, and he was like, "Wait, are you talking about like canned tuna or actual tuna?" I was like, "Canned tuna." And immediately, everyone was like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense." Yeah,
Oh,
like
oh my
straight,
gosh.
and like it was like so surreal. Like it was off of like a movie or TV show. It's like as soon as you said something that everyone kind of like understand, they're like, "Oh yeah, yeah." They're like shaking their head. It was like understandable. Yeah, I was like, "What type of TV show that spawned into? What?" It was so unsurreal.
It's interesting you say that, yeah, that you don't like seafood because you know who else would agree with you that seafood is yucky? Soups VR. He absolutely hates seafood, but he also hates vegetables. So that man only eats
Yeah.
meat. Like he doesn't eat anything besides like, red meat. Because he
Oh,
hates
you know
everything
what?
else.
I saw a video like it was a person that cooks a lot. I heard I think it was tuna, but I don't think it was tuna. It was some of the fish that has the darker red part of the meat
Yeah.
on the fish. I think it was tuna mostly, but somebody commented on his TikTok that's like, if you cook the red, like the meat that has the most blood into it, and if you cook it and add the like a seasoning you usually put it on beef, surprisingly enough, it will taste like beef.
Oh yeah.
and which he done that, but like when you cook that red meat, like you don't flip it, you just let it sit on one side and cook all the way through. And surprisingly, after he got done, like he was showing it, it had like the same consistency, like the coloring of beef. And he ate it like with with the seasoning that enhanced the flavor of beef a little bit more. It is he said it exactly tastes like beef, and he was like blown away. I was like, damn, it makes me want to try it.
It is like it is a fun thing to try. I would probably try it myself one time too, actually. Fruits
Mm,
are nice and sweet. Well, I mean, Soups does like fruits. He talks about it all the time. He eats apples.
mm.
I don't know his opinion on pears really, but I know he likes apples,
I
strawberries,
think
blueberries.
I think pears, it's either acquired taste or you know how to use a pear, like cooking it with something. Because pears can be really good if you know how to like prepare the pear.
Well, I've also noticed if you let the pear ripe a little bit, they taste a lot better. I can't eat like the really hard crunchy pears. There's some people that love them, but I like mine really soft and like borderline mushy. And that's when it's like the very
Mm.
best type of pear. And I also like brown pears too. Brown
Oh, I
pears are
like it.
good. Not me.
I like my pear like the same as like an apple. You
Crunchy?
know, yeah,
Oh, interesting. I don't know. I just feel like they're a little bit more sour when you eat them crunchy, personally. But I
yeah.
can see why people like it. It's like a preference. I like my things
And,
sweet. I like to eat things that are
mhm.
sweet.
I mean, I think that's how you supposed to eat banana though. Like it has to be kind of ripe or orderly to eat the banana properly, because that's technically when they're like age appropriately to
Yeah.
eat a banana. Like you can't eat a banana while it's still green or still solid yellow. You have to let it ripe a little bit further.
Yeah, a ripe banana is like the best kind of banana. Well, I don't like mine brown. I do prefer mine like yellow, like right before they turn brown. Because that's when it's the sweetest. But green, the reason you can't eat it is because it's like eating starch, pretty much. It tastes like
Hmm.
starch. So yeah. But I will
Oh,
say
I
my
got
brother
one
does prefer the green bananas. He will eat them green. He's kind of weird like that.
Yeah, it's. I think it's like what you say, like preference to like a pear. Like some people just likes to eat it, like either when they still have that good yellow or green on it. But but is that how you pronounce their name? Yappa or
I was saying yabai, or yeah, yabai, or
Yabai?
kuma.
Uh,
Kuma is the second part of their name.
Kuma. I I'll go by Kuma. I always call them Kuma. So Kuma, I got one question for you. It kind of doubles back on the pizza thing. Kuma or Bear? Okay, well I'll call you Bear then. So Bear, double back on the pizza thing. I had to ask you what, like, have you ever tried pickle pizza?
What,
It's like,
pickled pizza
yeah, yeah.
or pickles on
It's
pizza?
like you, mhm.
Well, well,
But you cook it with the pizza like you do with a pepperoni. But instead with the tomato sauce base, it's a different.
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
I don't know if I could eat
yeah,
that.
cheeseburger pizza. It's not exactly as a cheeseburger pizza, but it's literally it's a
Cheeseburger pizza is good
what
though.
is
I've
it?
had that. Oh, hi, Niley.
Yeah, cheese
Thank
pizza.
you. Thank you.
It's basically it's kind of like a cheeseburger pizza, but but it's not doesn't have stuff that make it into a cheeseburger pizza. But it's kind of like the sauce is like a white sauce. I forget what it's called. Let me look it up real quick. Like the type of. What type of sauce does the pickle pizza have?
I would think it would be like mayonnaise or
It can
something like
be.
that. But
It's well, the common thing is either like a ranch dressing, which it's not like that. It was either a creamy garlic sauce or garlic alfredo or white sauce.
oh, that okay. But with pickles though,
Yeah,
I don't
like
know.
I
Pepperoni and jalapeno
I never heard.
pizza? Hmm, maybe.
Ooh, that
Pickles
sounds so
though.
good.
Pickles. I don't know.
Imagine pickle sauce.
Pickle.
But di-
I just like felt my mouth just like water because of that. Because how sour that sounds.
yeah, it actually is not that sour.
Are you using like sweet pickles?
Surprisingly. No, it's just regular pickles, but I think the cheese and the sauce made it more like you get that pickle flavor. Like you could tell it's pickle, but it's not really sour. Like I ordered it to try it. It was actually pretty good. Like even a coworker of mine, after I mentioned about pickle pizza, he was like, "That sounds disgusting." And he tried it. He's like, "That's actually pretty good."
He had the same opinion to me, and then he tried it and he liked it. All right.
Yeah,
I guess I gotta give it a try at some point, just because, like, even though it doesn't sound like something I would pick up right away, I guess I should give it a chance, right? Because before I give a
yeah.
judgment, although it just sounds, I don't know, in my brain, pickle on pizza, it sounds weird. It sounds like
It does, but it actually meshes pretty well, surprisingly.
a pickle sauce. I
Like
don't know if
I
I can
just saw
imagine that. Like maybe pickle ranch. I don't know.
or or relish, pickle
Maybe,
relish.
maybe pickle relish, maybe pickle sauce though. I don't know what would pickle sauce be for anyway. What would you put it on?
I guess what would go well with pickles.
I mean, maybe if you don't want to put like straight pickles on your hamburger, you could put like pickle sauce like in a paste form on your hamburger. I guess that's one way you could go about it.
Yeah. Okay, okay. You're lucky this ain't my stream here. But I do have the authority.
What do you mean?
I
What'd
ain't
they
gonna do it,
say?
but you mentioned you're like it's like a pineapple on pizza. How dare you? How dare you? There's nothing like pineapple on pizza.
It's an acquired taste, I would
Oh,
say. It's like some people like it, some people don't. Kind of like
acquired by
pineapples,
left
right?
butt cheek. Acquired by left butt cheek. Oh,
No,
you
yes,
know what?
it.
You know what? Yeah,
This pizza talk is making me
I'm
want to get pizza though. I haven't had pizza in a while. I'm craving a good sausage and pepperoni pizza.
okay. Maybe not. Cheat on your diet. Maybe we need to stay clear for the pizza.
Yeah. I've been doing really good though. I've been staying consistent. Like the only thing I need to get better about is physical activity, but like I have been getting better with physical activity. I will you know I will get as physical as I can when I'm playing like my VR games or uh when I'm at work. I'm constantly moving, so that helps. Like I'm not sitting idle at work. So I'm getting
Mm.
better. I'm getting better. Um, I'm hoping to I'm hoping that by next year I for like for trip's sake, I'm slimmed down quite a bit. Cuz I'd like to be able
Yeah,
to travel around a lot more.
yeah. I just say is, it just takes time. Like if you're, for people like, for me example, I'm on the heavy set on the side. I'm gonna keep a book with you people, but it takes time and stuff like that. And which once everything like the rain stuff it clears for me, I'm gonna start doing long walks.
I should start doing that too, actually. Like I've been thinking about like getting some audiobooks and just like playing that and then going for long walks around my neighborhood. I've been thinking about doing it.
I need to find I need to find the harness for a dog so I could, when I walk, I take my dog with me to walk.
Yeah, yeah, take your doggy out. They love like my dog used to love walks. We would go on long walks together. Oh, I miss that. I miss that pupper. His name was Freckles, and he was like the most spastic, energetic, like 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 Jack Russell Terrier we ever had. He was great. I miss him.
Yeah, my dog is named Mister. He's a German Shepherd. He's a rescue dog too.
German
Like
shepherds are cute.
somebody abandoned him. Like, oh, he. I tell you, if I have to record it, but every time I go home, I come home from work, as soon as I step out of that vehicle, he jumping on me and just like he adores me so much.
Oh, he's a bubby. That's so cute. You guys have more pictures of him. Yeah, I would love to see him. I'm always sending pictures of my cat into the group chat. Oh, that boy. Actually, I'm surprised. Maybe I just haven't heard him, but I'm surprised he hasn't tried like knocking down my office door in the last couple hours. Because he usually likes to come downstairs and hang out. Oh goodness. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Well, we have to wait till you get super old, like gaining weight. Trust me, when you get older, you want to don't have much weight because if you have that much weight, it'd be hard to get around.
Yeah. Like I actually wish I had been healthier when I was a bit younger. I'm not like overweight. I'm not saying that, but like I could be a lot slimmer than what I am right now. Like I could be in a lot better shape than I am right now. And if I was in a lot better shape, then it would make a lot of things easier. Like for instance, my asthma would be a bit as big of an issue. Um, I could run, because running is kind of a difficult thing. But like mostly because of my arthritis. I have arthritis in my ankles and I have arthritis in my wrists and my fingers. Um, which is why playing VR for
I
long
just
periods of time is kind of difficult sometimes. But
Yeah, I just pushed through the pain. That's what I kind of done at the TwitchCon trip.
I wish you'd said
My
something.
God,
I wish you said something, bro. We would
what?
like we worked you really, really hard during that trip.
Well, I needed it, but at the same time, I kind of want to enjoy time with y'all instead of just staying at the place. So I was taking my breaks while I could get it, but I was like, I want to like experience the like San Diego with y'all. So that's why I kind of like pushed through it.
Hey, I'm super proud of you.
Like, don't get me wrong.
You were a champ during that whole trip. You did great.
Yeah, until one day where we didn't do nothing, I gave my legs a chance to recuperate. Oh, I hated that.
I felt so bad when your shoes broke though. I was like, oh god damn it.
It's fine. It was a cheap pair of flip flops. I should have wore the shoes, but I was like, I just try to be comfortable, and then that happened. I was like, well, that's my Well, that's it is what it is. I chose to wear flip flops and they didn't hold up. I should have brought sandals instead of flip flops.
You know what I like? I want to get a pair of like nice Birkenstocks. I used to have a nice pair of Birkenstocks when I was a kid, and I need to get it. I want to get a pair as an adult. Those are great because you can wear them for like beach and just like you can also wear them for average use too. They're really nice.
I
Wherever we
never
end
heard
up
of
going though.
Birkenstock.
You never heard of Birkenstocks? Oh, they're great.
Yeah, no.
They're
What's up,
great.
Bad?
He's a friend of yours. Hello.
Yes. He's a seal.
Oh,
It
he
he
disappeared.
does that. Yep. Oh. Oh yeah, no. The San Diego trip I truly enjoyed.
It was fun. Like I said, I will hold the opinion that it was the trip of the lifetime because it was like one of the best trips I'd ever been on, and it made it even better because it was with friends.
Oh yeah.
And like you know what my biggest worry was when we were going on this trip? My biggest worry is that I've heard so this happens so often, right? When you go on trips with people, and especially if it's people you met online, I've heard that consistently people will get into like falling outs with their friend groups, right? But that didn't
Mm.
happen to us. If anything, I think TwitchCon made us closer as a friend group.
Oh yeah.
And like we were able to figure out who our true friends were during that friend group for during that trip because there was a lot of posers. There was some not so nice people that we had to put up with on that trip. I will say, but I'm glad
Yeah.
everything got figured out by the end. It was nice.
Yeah. No name dropping though. No name
No, of course.
dropping
Why would I do?
because
No, I'm not the type
no,
to
no,
do that.
I'm not saying it toward you. I'm saying it toward chat. They're like, oh, you know, just in case
Oh
somebody was
yeah,
like
no. I mean,
wondering.
I'm not. Yeah, like I
Yeah,
said. Well, I've talked about drama on here before. Or like drama. It's like whatever. Um,
yeah. But I'm talking about like name dropping because if we name drop it, somebody is like finds out when name dropping, they're going, oh, they're talking shit.
yeah, yeah, it's
You
talking. It's
know.
whatever. I mean, I am not the type to talk like blatant shit about people anyway. Like they were being, you know, that they messed up their own trip. I didn't mess up their trip. I'm gonna hold that. I'm gonna hold that opinion until the end of time because I had a good trip. We actually got to do majority, if not almost everything that we wanted to do, and we had planned to do on said trip. And it's not our fault that they didn't get to do stuff because guess what? They were poor at planning. I'm not planning somebody else's trip, guys. I did not plan to go on this trip to make a plan for somebody else. And I will hold
Yeah.
that opinion to the end of time.
I would say we kind of overplayed too because we didn't realize how much other stuff was was going on, and we just didn't have enough time to do what we originally thought we was be able to get done.
I mean, we got a lot of stuff done while we were there, though. And we got most of the stuff we wanted to
Yeah.
do done while we were there. So, I mean, I'd say it was a win. If anything, we got all the big things we wanted to do while we were there. That German restaurant we went to, oh, mwah, those faisals were
Oh,
fantastic. I dream of those faisals.
oh, I wish I had like a little bit of that ultimate Reuben
Oh,
that I
that
ordered.
chicken place, or was that? No. That was at the German place. You
No, it
ordered that,
was in
right?
German. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like, oh my god.
Well, even the thing that
Oh,
I had ordered, which I wasn't too sure about it, the only reason I ordered what I ordered is because me and Soups were sharing. And like he's really a picky eater, guys. Like this guy is so picky. But I'm accommodating. I was like, you know what? I will accommodate him so that he can eat too. And he can have good food while we're there.
hey,
And
what's up,
we
poker?
got like we got like a turkey meal with like all the fixings and stuff. And so
Come join on
he
the
he got
angle.
his
You know,
he got
join
his
us.
he got his foods, and we split the food in half, and he ate all of his food, and I was very happy. Was it what I would have picked like at a German restaurant? Probably not. I would have picked something more traditional German, but it was
Schnitzel.
still freaking good. We did have a little bit of schnitzel. It was actually really good. It was actually
Yeah.
really freaking good.
God.
But yeah.
I mean, what you was talking about me that ordered the ultimate Reuben, or was it Soups
No. Soups
that
and
you
I
was talking
shared.
about? Or
Soups and I shared. We shared our
oh, okay.
our schnitzel. We had a schnitzel with a side of spätzle.
Oh,
Purpose.
I love
but
spätzle.
so you was refer, so you was refer what you said. That you would have ordered the ultimate Ruby. I thought it was more
No.
the
I
German. Oh,
no. I'm
oh, okay.
saying
My bad.
was the schnitzel the first thing I would have chosen? Probably not, because like I've had good schnitzel before,
Okay. My
and
bad.
I
My
would have
bad.
liked to try something
Yeah.
different. But since Soups had never tried a schnitzel before, and he wasn't a big fan of like a lot of the other options that were available, I was able to accommodate and be like, yeah, we're just gonna share this. And so we shared it, and it
I think
was
he
freaking
wait.
good.
I think he
This is
tried
gonna
some
be my
about
new
Ultimate
home,
He
right?
did.
Ruben.
He
Did he
did
not?
try. He did. He did. He did. You gave him a little
I
bit.
think he liked it.
He did. He did. But like, but
Yeah.
Soups is like picky unless he sees what the thing looks like in front of him. He's not gonna eat it.
Yeah.
Like unless he knows exactly what he's looking at. Hi, Jay. We're just chilling and talking. But unless he knows
He,
exactly what he's looking at and exactly like what he's going to be eating, it has the pre notion of what is going to be going in his stomach, he's not going to eat it. And like, so I had to sit there and be like, okay, well, I want to make sure he eats, because he'll be like, oh, I'm good, but realistically I know he wants to try something. So I was looking through all the menu to see if there was anything that this man would eat, because he wouldn't eat the lamb. He wouldn't eat
you wouldn't eat lamb?
no. I was like, you should try it, and he was like, no, not a fan. Like, dude,
Lamb is so good.
it is. It's so good. Oh, it's so good. But
But
like I said,
I
he's such a
think
picky eater.
I think what convinces him to try my Ultimate Reuben is my facial expressions
Oh yeah,
with each bite.
you were loving that shit.
I wish I ordered another one, because I was like, holy crap, it was so good. Uh,
Yeah, it was that was some
I
good food.
really, yes. Honestly, I think Soups. If we go on another trip, if I order something, if he probably sees my reaction and facial expression on the food, he probably will try it, judging my face expression. Because you say he was picky, but you have to admit, when he saw my facial expression, then just like, oh my god, oh. It kind of like, dang, maybe I should try it, because the sauerkraut. Because like,
Did he
I
end up
don't
trying the
know.
sauerkraut? I don't
Uh,
remember if he did.
no, the sauerkraut was in the Ultimate Reuben.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, which I was pretty surprised how the German compared their sauerkraut versus how people in the South compared the sauerkraut. Because like in the South, like the sauerkraut is more tangy than
I will
anything.
be right back.
Oh, okay.
Okay, poker.
Right back.
But and I could tolerate the tanginess, but that sauerkraut tangy was like, ugh, it was kind of a turn off. But since I tried the German sauerkraut, oh my god, it was so good.
Yeah. I mean, I think I tried a little bit of the sauerkraut because Kat gave me some while we were there. But I can't remember if it was the
Hmm.
sauerkraut at the German place or if it was at the Korean barbecue.
It,
So I know we had it at both.
it probably was the German sauerkraut, really.
Probably. Because I was sitting a little bit closer to him at the German restaurant than I was at the Korean barbecue. By the way, that Korean barbecue was freaking good. I could have kept eating. I was like,
I
I
know.
was like, I was like almost at the point where I was like, I want more food, but I was trying to hold back because I was like, if I don't finish it,
I kind of. Only thing I say negative about it, I wish they could will allow to split up the cost instead of making it more of a group thing. That's like my only like a negative for me for that restaurant because they didn't have the option to do it in individual person instead of just
Oh, hi, Spicy.
you have to either do it a group or have like two people like split it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
I did think that was kind of odd that we couldn't just do like everybody pay for themselves kind of situation. We had to like have it be to where one person paid for the whole group. And I was like, I'm like, that's kind of insane. I would have been like, let's just make a reservation to where we all get our own like table, like a group of four, like a group of maybe four or like five at a table. But that way we wouldn't have to do that. But I know people wanted to stay as a whole group, so that's why we did it the way we did. But yeah.
Yeah. But the food itself, it was, oh my god,
Oh, it was
it was really
fantastic.
good.
Yeah, the meat was so good. And like those dumplings though. Oh, yummy. Those were great. I would have kept ordering dumplings if
God,
they hadn't ran out. It
uh,
was so sad. It was so sad.
that VR chat crash earlier. No, we didn't experience any crashes.
No, we've been here the whole time. But
Mhm.
that's not to say some of the service didn't go down. They sometimes go down depending on the region you're in.
Yeah,
Poker in the background.
poker doing poker things.
But yeah, no, we didn't experience any crashes. And I've been in VR
My
chat
bag.
since like what time was it? I've been in VR for almost 3 hours now. Got this stick drift.
All over the world.
There we go.
I'll also say another thing. While on the trip, the arcade. That was a pretty neat experience. I
There's
never
one.
been to an arcade that.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
sorry. Go ahead.
No, there's one like that in
Uh,
Chicago too. There's one like that in Chicago, and I want to go visit it. I want to see how they compare.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have that type of arcade around here. It's just a typical. It's like well, we did, but it's not like one that sells alcohol with it. It was just like where all ages should go in. Which I was like, well, I kind of wish to have more one that is like that has the arcade system, but able to serve like alcohol and stuff. Because it was kind of nice, have fun, and then you could drink a little bit. I think
Yeah,
I
that
spent more
arcade was
money at
awesome.
that.
Oh.
I think I spent a little bit too much on the alcohol there because their alcohol prices was a little bit
Eh,
pricey.
I didn't think about it. I didn't want to think about it. I had like maybe 3 drinks while I was there, and they were a little bit pricey. They were a bit
I
pricey.
had I had
Drunk.
like I had like 4 drinks there. And every one of them had triple shots.
Yeah, yeah. It was the like the additional shots is what added up to the price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good though, but apparently every time I get that, the lady is like, "Are you gonna be okay?" I was like, "I'm a Southerner. I'll be fine."
Yeah. One sec, I'm checking something because they said that. I'm either gonna really regret this or be like, oh, it's fine. Cause like I've been in the same model for a while, but they said that they couldn't change avatars, and when they switched worlds, they crashed. Or when they tried to go to their home world, they crashed.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe the other. Oh no.
Oh, there you go. I look so small.
I can't stand up. I'm too.
Oh, okay. No, I mean, I don't know because we've been fine. We've been in here for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been here for like 2 hours and we've been okay. Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, we've been good.
Yeah, we've been chilling.
we didn't experience any crashing, which is good. I think, although I do think I'm getting to the point to where I'm gonna be closing out stream here in a bit, just because well, one, I gotta make dinner, and plus we're gonna be watching wrestling. It's an event day, so we got a wrestling event soon, and I want to be ready for it. I gotta get ready for bed because tomorrow I got something going on. I'm gonna be busy, so. Yeah, I definitely joined before the crash. So did Mills. Like we've been on VR for a while now, actually. If I look at my log, for when I got on, like my Discord log, where is it?
Bathroom real quick.
Yeah, yeah, I've been on for 3 hours and 17 minutes. So yeah, me, Soups, Typhoon and Pushy and a few other people. We watch wrestling on Fridays and Mondays normally, but there's gonna be like a wrestling event that they've been talking about for a while today. It actually might be going on right now because I have to actually check in with Soups in a bit because I'm like, they were talking about watching it live, but I don't know if they're still gonna watch it live. We'll see. Because usually if they watch it live, they watch it like around this time, and I don't want to be rushing to get off my VR and stuff like that. But yeah, Friday's been good. I mean, we've been having a good day. I don't know what Poker's doing. What was doing? Are you good?
Yeah.
You seemed like dead.
I'm just laying, enjoying the view.
I wonder if that's why nobody joined. I wonder if it's because people were crashing. That's why like it's been like kind of dead in here. It's just been me and Mills talking for hours. Hi,
No, I
Metal.
just love the world. I'm just falling asleep.
Ba, 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 ba. But yeah. Oh yeah, we've been doing this for oh god, my VR chat's like lagging because it's loading in Metal's
I am
avatar. There we
back.
go. Um we've been watching wrestling for consistently every week for about 2 years now. Yeah, we started this back in 2024 and we just haven't stopped. Like we've just been enjoying it and you know and just playing around. Sorry. Oh my gosh, I'm like so my throat hurts. There we go. That's better. If I turned into older me because I'm like I need to not feel so tiny on my screen right now. Are you back, Mouse? Oh, you are.
Mhm. I think Betel is trying to leash someone.
Huh?
They have a leash in their hand.
Why? Why would you do that? That's silly.
I think they're pointing at you.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I am just chilling. I'm just chilling. I ain't no doggo.
I mean, technically you are now.
Okay. Technically, yes, I do have ears and a tail, but I'm not an actual dog. To be clarified, I don't bark and I don't I don't go on all fours and I don't beg.
I mean, not like that way. It could be like a comedy thing where it's like it's just like, why are you on a leash? They put a leash on me. Please help.
Well, yeah, they haven't put a
That type
leash
of
on
thing.
me. They haven't put on a leash on me yet, though. They were just threatening to put a leash on me. That's the difference.
Yeah.
I don't consent.
They're like, what? But anyways.
What? I don't
No.
no. Sorry. I'm in a spicy mood. I don't know. It's like
yeah.
well, it's like what we talked about earlier, Mills, right? Like my whole thing with certain things on this game, I'm very clear about my boundaries nowadays. I wasn't clear about my boundaries back then, but nowadays I am very clear about my boundaries. And it's okay. People do what they like. I just don't want to be seen that way.
No.
Ah.
Well, Focus dead.
Here,
But
yeah.
one thing I kind of wish.
Hey. No, they definitely are dead. Oops. Oops.
You just witnessed a murder.
That was an accident. I need to not have such a bad trigger finger. Sorry.
Oh wait, he's still alive.
He's alive.
It didn't kill him.
Maybe his ears might hurt a little bit.
But what I was trying to say, I just like one thing I kind of wish you told me while I was on the trip, like at the zoo, with that elevator thing I done. It was like shook the weight a little bit.
That's something
Whenever
that
I found out you had
yeah. That's something that just comes up in conversation, though, Mills. You don't have to feel bad about that. Like, unless I had explicitly told you, that's not something I expect you to know. Like, that's fine.
Yeah, but I kind of felt bad. I was like, oh shit, I just made her panic. That was not my goal. It was just, just a harmless, shifted weights, so, because that's
No,
what
it wasn't because of that. Well, I mean, it was because of that. But, I react that way even on a regular elevator that's not doing that kind of stuff. I don't like elevators in general. I'm not a big fan of being trapped inside of a moving box.
Seeing too many Final Destinations, huh?
In a way, yeah. I used to watch a lot of 911 with my mom. There was a Chicago show that we used to watch too with my sister. Yeah. I remember there was one show I remember in particular. I don't remember if this is a true thing that happened because I was so young when I watched it. But there was the story about a firefighter that was trying to get people out of a building. And there was a woman with her kid complaining. She was like, "You're expecting me to carry my kid down all these flights of stairs." And And like what happened is that the firefighter was like, hey, the elevators are down, you're just gonna have to like, you know, put up with it until we get all the way down, for the safety of yourself and everybody involved. Now if I were that firefighter, here's my logic, I would have like offered to carry the kid the rest of the way down, but he probably just wasn't thinking that way.
Well, no, there's kind of a reason
There is.
why. Yeah. Usually in that situation, like if the of course if the parent's not able to move, then yeah, they would carry it. But you know,
Skadoosh.
but in that situation, their hands needs to be freed for like some case something happens, they can quickly react to it instead of like having something in there like carrying a person. It's kind of hard to have that reacted to it because you have to either drop the person or you know but and also like on their fire suits, like you don't want to have contact on their fire suits because it still has the stuff on there that causes cancer too.
No, I didn't know that.
So if it's like a long flight, like going down a long flight, like going down for a long time, it kind of him not carrying it kind of reduce the chances of him like like catching like a cancer or something.
I didn't know that.
If it's like yeah, because like their fire suits, like they had to after a certain point they had to issue a new fire suits because the old one will still have all that chemical stuff on it that causes cancer.
Well,
and that's why you don't see.
now I understand that part, but like what the woman did next was really stupid because they walked down and then she turned around with like nobody noticed. She had turned around and went back up in order to go down the elevator. But what she didn't realize is that the elevators like literally weren't functioning, and so she and her kid got trapped on the floor with the fire, and they ended up burning alive inside the elevator, which was kind of sad. But that sticks with me, right? That kind of thing sticks with me.
Yeah.
So
It's kind of hard to say, especially like give like my opinion on it. It's like while on stream, because it's like it's like I understand you don't want to walk down, but in a situation like that, you can't. It's literally taught in schools, or it's like a common knowledge is like you don't want to take an elevator if a building's on fire, because if the elevator doesn't work, you're stuck in a metal box. It becomes a steam box, basically.
yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, that's exactly
I can't
right.
believe my birthday's.
Hey, Kate Flint.
What did you say? When's your birthday?
I was greeting a friend. Hey, what's
When?
poppin'? Haven't seen you.
When's your birthday? Because you got cut off.
In 5
What I've done to you? What I've done to you, huh?
Hi,
This
Cat.
is what you do after a long time
I
not
can't believe
saying
the
hi
time
to
goes
me.
so fast.
And then this wave at you. Oh, I see how it is. I did literally nothing wrong to you.
Time goes too fast.
Yeah, it does.
I remember when I was 16. I met you guys when I was 16, just so you
She
know.
has work. What I done to lose respect? I haven't done anything to you.
I'm confused. What have I done? But yeah, no, I was talking about that actually last stream because I was I was talking about that last stream how like you and JT
So the middle
and
finger. Let's see how it is.
Turtle
Turtle.
and Moratory have quite literally
I'm
been
heartbroken now.
around for like for like years now, and like until it was pointed out, people didn't realize that you guys were fetuses.
You know what? I'm gonna give you like a bag full of catnip and just dump it on you. So you just wait. Are you a cat or?
It literally says cat in their name. I don't.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, they meowed.
Well, I instantly told the truth, you know. I don't want to lie.
Yeah, you
Oh,
know what?
yeah,
You
no,
know what?
that's
I'm
good.
just gonna get a
Don't lie
bag
about
full of
your age,
catnip
that's
and dump
dumb.
on your head and let you like go on a catnip
But I think like 50%
hallucination
of my
trip.
people, like my friends, still don't know my age.
I would
So I'm
say
scared for the people I added. I'm scared to lose them. So that's why I don't join them for now.
I mean, there is a part of that that's good. I would say, I don't know. I would say being like scared that they'll unadd you because they know how old you is. It just means that they know that they're getting up to things that like a kid shouldn't be involved with, and that's why they're doing it. But I don't know. This game is just, it's not great for.
It's just a game.
Well, I mean, I know it's just a game, but it's not one of, it's like not like top tier great as far as games go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I still have like found amazing people, friends, you know.
Oh yeah, that's the only reason I play. It's because of the people. But there's
Same.
also not a lot of not great people too. You know.
Yeah.
And there are always bad people. You can't do nothing about it.
What just happened? Oh,
Oh, they
spawned a
The real
sparkler.
world isn't that innocent either.
I mean, the real world, yeah. I mean, that's fair enough, but also like you have to remember that like and the thing about VR chat and the problem that I have is like, despite people being like, oh, well, you have the same issues in real life, there's still people in this game that would never do half the things they do in real life, but yet they still do it in VRC. Like, that's the thing that's insane to me. Like, they always say, well, I would never do this in real life, but I'm going to do it in a social game where I am socially interacting with other people. Like, how does that make that makes no sense to me.
Oh, I'm smoking a sparkler now.
But yeah, no, I mean, maybe I'm the only one who holds that opinion. It certainly seems that way nowadays. Like I very rarely have people that share that opinion with me. Oh, there we go. I've been listening to some good music. Some of these things I haven't even heard yet before.
Yes.
Yeah, poker is a minor. They're turning 18 in
What's
5 months.
You didn't know? Are you gonna block me?
I'm pretty sure Cat is underage too.
Oh, you don't want to know how many people have blocked me because of my age.
Cat turned 18, by the way. That's a thing. I hope so.
Oh,
I hope you're
damn.
like, because the last thing I knew you were a fetus, but I could have sworn. Yeah, I was gonna say I could have sworn you were no longer a fetus. I wasn't entirely sure though.
Oh dang. Well, how long ago was your birthday? Because now I kind of feel sad that I missed out your birthday. I would have wished you a happy birthday. My apologies. Oh well, happy late birthday. Now you're just old enough to go to jail now. So commit tax evasion.
Oh, poker's gone. Where'd poker go?
Hmm?
Poker left.
Right, Jordan. Oh, something weird happened?
Ugh, man. Sorry, I'm just vibing to the music. That's why I haven't said anything. But also, it's like, I don't know. I'm getting to the point where my brain is starting to turn into a mushy mess, and I have nothing to say anymore. I do want to say thank you to all of you guys, though, because, you know, I wouldn't be here right now, or I wouldn't have an affiliate stream if I didn't have viewers, you know? Like, I still remember when I first actually got affiliate, I was super excited because I had worked really fucking hard.
Well,
And I had only just started streaming at that point too. Like, in order to get affiliate, I had to work my butt off.
wonder what the
And I was really
is,
excited when I could finally get subscribers. And I know I don't really get many subscribers these days, but it still was like
a military service or
super
something?
cool. It was super, super cool when I first saw that little thing saying, "Hey, you earned affiliate."